Transgender individuals have long been marginalized, mocked, and denied the right to live a normal life. The so-called normal people of society have rejected and ostracized them. With the growth of education, however, our society's human perspective has developed. Our culture has evolved to appreciate the diversity of human existence, and we have gradually come to accept those who were formerly mocked. When Caitlyn Jenner began her transition, most of us watched the headlines. But there are many transgender celebrities you may not be aware of. We've gathered the hottest and sexiest of these transgender celebrities in one video. Before we get to that, be sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe to this channel if you want more content like this. Number 10. Andrea Pejic. We're frequently envious of the models we see on the catwalks, but Andrea takes it to a whole new level. She possesses the runway elegance of a soup and takes edgy risks like Kendall Jenner. Think piercings and smoked-out eye makeup, like Naomi. It's no surprise that she's hired by major design firms like Jean Paul Gaultier to model women's clothing. Andrea Pejic was found as a youngster working at McDonald's in Australia as a war refugee from the former Yugoslavia, and has since been an international inspiration to both the fashion business and the transgender community. Pejic is the first model to successfully cross gender lines, modeling for both women's and men's clothing. She has walked in a number of prestigious runway shows including Galliano, Marc Jacobs, Raf Simons, Paul Smith, and Jean Paul Gaultier, where she opened the show in women's haute couture and closed it in a men's suit. Pejic made history by being the first transgender woman to be featured in American Vogue, shot by the famous Patrick de Marchelier after completing her transition into womanhood and coming out publicly in 2014. She was then featured in Vogue Paris, shot by Mert and Marcus and styled by Corinne Roldfeld, and went on to land a cosmetics campaign with the powerhouse brand Makeup Forever, making history as the first transgender woman to do so. She went public with her gender reassignment surgery and official name change from Andre to Andrea, cementing her place in fashion history. Number 9. Conchita Wurst. Thomas Neuwirth, born November 6, 1988, is an Austrian musician, record producer, and drag queen best known for his stage name Conchita Wurst, also known mononymously as Conchita. After winning the Eurovision Song Contest 2014 as Austria's entry with the song Rise Like a Phoenix, Neuwirth gained international fame. Neuwirth was born in Gmunden, Austria, and went to Graz to complete his Matura test with an emphasis on design, before launching a singing career after appearing on the 2007 casting show Starmania. He then joined the short-lived boy band Yet Standers as a founding member. In 2011, Neuwirth debuted as Conchita, a female figure known for her beard, and placed second in the Austrian Eurovision Song Contest 2012 pre-selection. Conchita was chosen to represent Austria at the Eurovision Song Contest 2014, where she won the competition with a best performance. She was invited to play at different pride parades, the European Parliament, and the United Nations office in Vienna, after it gained her international exposure and established her as a homosexual icon. Another Jean Paul Gaultier runway alum, this time with a beard. She's most known for her song, Rise Like a Phoenix, which she won at the 2014 Eurovision Song Contest. The Austrian, who is known for her bombshell curls and thick lashes that look lovely with a little scruff, made waves on the Golden Globes red carpet lately. Number 8. Isis King. After 2 seasons on America's Next Top Model, it's safe to say Isis is one of the most well-known trans models on television. She was also the first transgender woman to participate on the show. She went on to become an American Apparel model, where she flaunted her incredible cheekbones. Daryl Walls was the birth name of Isis King. She is an actress who has appeared in films such as When They See Us, Shameless, and The L Word, Generation Q. Isis was vice president of the fashion club at the Arts Institute of Philadelphia and received the industry award for Best Evening Wear in 2005. In 2011, she finished 12th on America's Next Top Model 2003's All-Star Cycle. She made history as the first transgender woman to compete on America's Next Top Model. Isis used to live in a homeless shelter before becoming a television star. She boarded an airplane for the first time while she was leaving Philadelphia to film America's Next Top Model. Number 7. Leah T. If you don't have a look, you won't be picked as Givenchy designer Riccardo Tisci's inspiration. Not only has Leah T established herself as a staple in the fashion business, but she has also landed a coveted job as the face of Redken. She has a gorgeous, long textured mane, so it's no surprise she was picked up by the L'Oreal brand. Model and human rights activist, the world's first trans model to reach the top of the fashion industry's rankings. At all levels, we are always fighting for human rights. Leah T was born in the Brazilian city of Belo Horizonte. She went to Italy with her entire family when she was 1, where her father, Tonino Cerezo, was a member of the Rome Football Club and where she spent her infancy and adolescence. She discovered her transsexuality at the age of 25 after working as a model, and she began the journey that culminated in her surgery for sex reassignment and name change in 2011. She resided in Milan for a few years at the time, studying veterinary medicine. Number 6. Jenna Talakova. When she legally battled to be permitted to compete in Miss Universe Canada in 2012, the Canadian beauty made news and broke through barriers. She triumphed, and the media found it difficult to overlook her attractiveness. Just look at that glossy honey hair. Jenna Talakova, a transgender model, was born in Vancouver, British Columbia on October 15, 1988. Jenna was the daughter of a Czechoslovakian father and a Babian First Nation mother. Other details regarding her parents are still being investigated. She had gender dysphoria as a kid, and at the age of 14, she began to undergo gender transition while attending Vancouver's Killarney Secondary School. At the age of 19, she underwent sex reassignment surgery. Prior to the procedure, she went by the moniker Paige. Number 5. Ines Rao. This Parisian beauty transitioned at the age of 16 and shot to fame in November 2013 when she went naked in a provocative picture editorial for OOB, a premium French magazine, alongside 90s model Tyson Beckford. She has that je ne sais quoi sensuality of hardly there makeup and just woke up textured hair, exactly like other Parisian beauties. After being inspired by the life story of English trans model Caroline Cosset, Ines transitioned and had her sex reassignment surgery at the age of 16 with the help of her parents. She continued to live as a woman after that, but did not reveal her transsexual status until she was 24 years old. Ines began dancing for DJs in Ibiza when she was 18 years old, and it was around this time that she met David Guetta. Shortly after coming out as transgender, she was photographed nude with Tyson Beckford for a spread in OOB, a French luxury magazine, in 2013. She made her debut appearance in Playboy's A to Z issue in May 2014, in a spread titled Evolution, which intended to portray the rising acceptance of gender identities that are not binary. Number 4. Lena Bloom. In July 2021, Lena Bloom became the first transgender woman to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Lena Bloom made history when she became the first transgender model to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit, and there's still so much more to learn about the trailblazing model. This moment alleviates a great deal of suffering in the world. On Monday, July 19th, Bloom, 27, said on Instagram under her cover image, "We have waited millions of years to show up as survivors and be acknowledged as whole people filled with awe." But the campaigner has been candid about her hardships in the past. She grew up in poverty as the daughter of a military veteran and a Filipina immigrant, and she struggled with homelessness on several occasions as a youngster. Her mother was deported. and her father was left to raise her alone. Number 3. Valentina Sampaio. Valentina Sampaio is a Brazilian supermodel, actor, and activist who believes in utilizing her voice, platform, and position to make a difference in the fashion business and beyond. Valentina made history in 2019 by being the first transgender model to be signed by Victoria's Secret. Being designated the first transgender model for the brand is a tremendously meaningful event, not only for myself, but for my community and beyond, she said of the deal. I believe this is a significant step toward greater inclusiveness and representation for all. Valentina is a dedicated activist who is outspoken about the problems that the trans community faces, as well as her desire to utilize her voice and platform to effect good change. Valentina spoke at the Teen Vogue conference in the fall of 2019, giving an impassioned and powerful speech about her community and the need for equality and inclusion. Do you think transgenders make great activists, as seen with Valentina? Let us know in the comments. Valentina recently joined Barack Obama as ambassadors for GLAAD x Pride Live's 3rd annual Stonewall Day. Number 2. India Moore. India Moore is an actress and model best known for her role as Angel Evangelista in FX's Pose. If there were any heads to turn at 2 minutes past midnight, the figure gliding through a Rite Aid in Manhattan's Lower East Side like a lioness would turn them. On FX's Pose, India Moore's hair isn't as Afro-tastic as the wig she wears to play Angel, a sex worker yearning for love in the late 1980s. Her locks are gorgeous, but she is a member of the LGBTQ Black and Latin ballroom community. Some fall in her face, while others stand at attention, as if keeping watch over their owner. What is your reaction to her locks? Who has a kind grin and the Bronx-bred air of being able to hold her own in a battle if necessary? In 2019, Time magazine named her one of the world's 100 most important people. Moore identifies as a transgender and non-binary, and uses the pronouns they, them, and she, her. Number 1. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox, a dancer and actor, is one of the stars of Orange is the New Black and the first openly transgender person to get an Emmy nomination in history. Cox was born as a twin brother. Despite being born male, Cox identified as a female from an early age and was frequently harassed for being feminine. Cox studied dancing in high school at the Alabama School of Fine Arts in Birmingham, Alabama. Cox then went on to India University Bloomington before earning a bachelor's degree in dance from Marymount Manhattan College in New York. Cox began to identify as a woman in college and began medical transitioning. We knew we'd found our new beauty crush when we first saw the gorgeous Laverne in the character of hairdresser Sophia Bursette on Orange is the New Black. Her beautiful eyes, radiant complexion, and abundant hair make her stand out on the red carpet as well. Did we mention she did a cover story for Time magazine in May? That's badass. Cox was also the first openly transgender person to appear on Time magazine's cover, and she was named to the Time 100 list. Cox utilizes her platform to educate others about her transgender journey and to fight for LGBTQ+ and gender equality. So there you have it, guys. What are your thoughts on these stunning transgender celebrities? Is there any transgender celebrity you think we missed out? Join the engagement in the comment section.